Okay, so now we find out that this person called Nachash, or this being called Nachash, can talk. We found out that he was shrewd, so he had character. We found out that he was able to question the God of the Bible and tell Adam and Eve what God knew. God does know, he said. We find out that the word beast of the field is not in there. Not in Hebrew. King James might put in their poor English translation like we spoke about Gentile people. But not here. They don't want the Bible in the original language. They don't want you to learn the Bible in Hebrew in none of these churches here. They want to keep you in English. If you ever read in Hebrew, start seeing what it says, it's going to give you a whole other story. Because the right here is not a beast in the field, but he's a living what? A person that lives in a certain country. And he was made by God. Like anybody else. That same word brought about other beings being made. What else is it say? And he, what? And he, was it Almar? Aleph, Mim, Rish in Hebrew. Aleph, Mim, Rish. Amar, he spoke. The same way Adam, the same way Abraham, the same way Moses, the same way all the rest of them. He spoke in the same way you spoke. Now we have another attribute. He has a larynx and a voice box, a voice. He actually can speak. He lives in a specific land. He wears some clothes. He has opinions different than God. He's shrewd, right? I'm talking about a person, and they want to make me and you think of some Hollywood creature with thorns and horns and pitchforks to take the attention off themselves. The biggest trick the devil got going is people are walking and talking every day don't realize it's the devil. You watching on television, you see he's the devil. All they do is convince people to smoke and to drink. And they got people doing all kind of things. Every video of people got to be shaking their butts. Everything is based on lust. Everything is based on alcohol and fun and fast cars and bungee jumping and skiing and all kind of dangerous things. And now hockey games can't be hockey. They got to be punching. They allow it. You can pay to see them put on their underwear and put on pigskin gloves and get in the ring and beat on each other for hours. As long as you pay them for boxing, it's okay. Now they got the He-Man program with regular people with no training. Two men just get in the ring and beat each other unmercifully for the pleasures of people. Understand? That's the works of the devil. Bars are the works of the devil. Drunkenness is one of the devil's playgrounds. Gambling is one of the devil's playgrounds. Cigarette smoking, not just marijuana and all the other drugs. Cigarette smoking is one of the devil's playgrounds. Eating pork is against God's law. Just read the book of Leviticus, chapter 11, verse 7. But they'll make you think that it's good. It's okay. Now they got diseases because God got plagues coming down on people eating all kind of food. This is the entire world. Open mouth disease, mad cow disease. You got AIDS, herpes, syphilis, gonorrhea. You got all kind of brain damage, alcohol, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, and all that. High blood pressure from bad food, sugar diabetes, too much candy. Who you think puts all them candy bars in the store? You talking? You walk in the average grocery store. On your way out the grocery store trying to buy food, they got a side counter for junk. And they'll tell you that if you eat candy, it's going to rot your teeth and results in cavity and pain and suffering. But the children are giving candy on Christmas, giving candy on Halloween, Easter, then go to school and buy candy bars, drink sweet sodas, full of sugar, ice cream, and a hot summer. Oh, that's so hot. I gotta get some ice cream. The moment the ice cream gets in your stomach, the ice is gone, and now you're dealing with sugar and milk. Thousands of people die each year of car accidents. Yet the cars are getting faster. They're increasing the speed limit. But they're telling you they don't want people to kill themselves. Make all the cars 55 miles and nothing over. And you cut down on 90% of the accidents. No more sports cars. Sports is something you play on a field or a court, not in the streets. No more sports cars. No more convertibles. They're not safe. And then after a certain age, you cannot drive. And before a certain age, you cannot drive. You don't just get a driver's license once and walk away. You come back and get tested every 6 months to make sure you're safe, because you can be playing baseball and get hit upside the head while you have a driver's license, knock your sight out, and 6 months later kill somebody. If you're not busted for intoxication, you never can drive again. Because you're driving good. Take off the killer movies. Take off the good guy, bad guy. And those cop stories don't help. Because it's an illusion to tell people that everybody that commits a crime gets caught. Because I have many friends who were struck down by assailants, and the criminals have not been caught. I know many people who have been robbed, and the criminals have not been caught. It's an illusion to make you think that if someone walks up and shoots a person, they automatically get caught. That's an illusion on television, and the kids don't believe it no more, and that's why they're doing what they're doing. If you want to stop it, stop making the movies with all these supernatural killers and supernatural cops. But you ain't gonna do that. You ain't gonna put 55 miles an hour. I don't say you can't, but they put them on children's cars, won't go more than 10 miles an hour. You can control it by just changing the side lane. The devil wants you. The devil wants you with cavities. The devil wants you with high blood pressure. The devil wants you with sugar diabetes. The devil wants you with bad sight. I can guarantee you that. The devil wants to make you sick. That's part of his job. And he ain't somewhere in some pit in hell. I'm going over that crap. Scientists then dug straight down to this planet. And they did not find a place called hell. You understand? They're down there now. Don't be telling who down there is a big old pit of hell, and the devil got a big pitchfork. If you bad, that's where you're going. Who down? That's crap. There ain't no hell down there anywhere. Hell is right here where we at, because the devil is walking amongst us every day. He's the one that advocates. He's the one that advertises. He's the one that promotes all the devils. He doesn't sell it. He makes a girl think that painting a big face on her makes her more beautiful. Why does a girl want to be more beautiful? Because she wants to attract the opposite sex. So the whole purpose of women wearing tight clothes and splits up there and over makeup and all this hair and wigs is just to become loose. To lure men. Why do men do it? To lure women. Where do we meet? In the bars. What do? Drink and smoke. What are the results? AIDS, herpes. It's happening from the schools, in the churches. It's happening all across the devil is walking amongst us. Again, I repeat. If I get down to Genesis chapter 3, verse 15, it's one of my favorite verses in the Bible. So we jump in and come back. And I will put enmity between the woman and... Now watch this. Just say it again. You understand that? You go there? Now let's first find out who's talking. God is talking to the serpent and the woman. Now in 15, who's he talking to? Between thee and the woman. He's talking to the devil. God is talking who to? Read it. And I will put. Right. What is the word enmity? Aba. Ali. Yah. Bet. Hey. Aba. Hatred. Who is the advocate of hatred? No. God said he had to put it there. Because that means the devil didn't have it initially. It said right there, I'm going to put hatred between y'all. Who's the advocate of hate then? You better go back and see about this translation of the Bible and find out who they're teaching you about. Because you think this Bible is teaching you about God. But those translators translated it to make it teach you to worship the devil in a subtle kind of way. And you don't even know it. Read that again. Who created the first ape on the planet? No, he didn't. Not according to what you just read. Genesis chapter 3 verse 15 says God is going to put the Ava between them. Why? Why create hate? Why create a devil? Or make a devil? And we know he's going to become shrewd. her descendants, and what? And thy seed. Meaning the devil is going to have children. So when Eve gives birth to her seed, the devil is giving birth at the same time to one of his. There are 4 people walking together. 2 of them could be devils, children, and 2 of them could be each. If a husband and wife is walking together, 1 of them could be the devil, child, and 1 of them could be. Don't say, Rev, Malachi, how do I know? Because it says in the Bible, when you see that spirit, test that spirit to see whether it's of God. Many false prophets are going into the world. Test that minister on that pulpit. Look into it. There are wolves in sheep's clothing moving among us. We don't hate them. Not in the obvious. That's not what we're taught. We're taught help, clean them up, pick the brother up, straighten them out. But they teach hate, racism, separation, division. That's the devil's job. This character in this book, Genesis chapter 3, he never did that. But he's accused. He's being slandered against. And this guy Malachi, I don't see no way in here where he did anything evil. He didn't hate Eve or Eve's seed. God said he's going to eat this. Why? Because he told Eve to do something that God said don't do, and what Eve found out is that what he said was true. That's frightening. That we've been taught in this chapter here that this is the birth of the devil. And he's an evil man. He's an evil demon. He's going to mess our lives up. And that's not what's written right in front of your face when you really read it. How many other things are being done like that? You're sitting up there in church or the mosque or the synagogue and you read that room, and the preacher who happens to be possibly a devil himself or a devil seed, his job is to control your mind and make you think things about people. And verse number 8 says, this is Genesis chapter 3 again, still on that subject. And they heard the voice of Yahweh Elohim walking. They got the word halak, to walk, to go about, to move along. So they heard Yahweh Elohim, the Lord God. They heard his footsteps walking. He also has feet. He has motivation, balancement, a cerebellum, a medulla oblongata, a cerebellum. He has brains. He keeps himself balanced as he walks, because without it you couldn't. So the Lord God is walking according to the Bible. He's walking in the what? Garden. And in the cool of the specific day. In the daytime, not the night. But it was cool. And they heard him. Who's they? And that's right. They don't say that. That make you think. Only Adam and Eve heard it. It says they. You know what I'm saying? Who? And he was there. They all heard it, right? What happened there, y'all? So they went into the trees of the garden and tried to hide. What else did they learn? What is that? That's deception. It didn't say that the devil knew deception. It said he was cunning. Where they get the deception from? Where they get how to deceive God from? Not the devil. It didn't say he knew it. They hid themselves to try to trick God amongst the trees of the garden. And what happened in verse 9? And the Lord God called. He had a what? Because these are human beings he's talking to. He called out. Go ahead. He didn't call Eve. Now Eve is the one who had the conversation with this laws with the devil. But God didn't call Eve. So women always say, why ain't we equal? Why ain't we the same as men? How come we don't get a fair shot? Y'all had the conversation with the devil, but Daddy came and asked for us. You know why? Because the oldest kid always gets to beat for what the younger kids do. Because you're just not responsible. Because you are really naive. I don't have to be naive. And you would be naive. So you got tricked. But I'm getting ready to get the blame. That's true. Right in the Bible, they said. Let's go on and see what happens. And he said, "This Adam, after God, who should have known where they were, by the way, because he's going to know all things. Right? Where we are." And then Adam answers,